Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Terror podcast, also known as the Aquarium. But I think Terror is fake though, because I don't know, man. It's the tour, so.
I am not fake. Stop
Are you sure?
with the accusations.
I think Sweet Nail is fake, so.
That's true. Anyways, we're also joined by Danerade. Hi.
Hey guys.
Our special guest.
Danerade here. You know, hello neighbor guy.
If his audio is bad, he wouldn't be shocked.
Oh yeah, if you think my audio sounds garbage, yeah, I don't know why. I recorded my last video exactly where I'm sitting down. Installed Audacity update, sounds awful. I don't know. So I'm sorry about that. If it sounds acceptable
How
enough,
old is Audacity?
Oh, it's like a really old program.
it's kind of an old.
It's a really old.
It's
Okay,
very
well that I
elderly.
wouldn't be shocked then. Yeah, no, the UI looks very 2000s.
Well, except they changed the UI in the update I installed.
Huh.
Like
Okay.
It looks more modern now, but for some reason I don't know. If it
Oh,
sounds totally fine to you, then disregard completely what I'm saying. But it's weird. I don't know.
We spent a good 10
Imagine
minutes
being
getting the audio.
Danerade and painstakingly setting up his audio to make sure it's as good as possible for the Aquarium podcast.
Okay, look,
Oh
I
my God.
I just wanted
You
to
might
show
as
up
well.
in
you-
in a respectable manner. I wanted to make my presence like a big deal.
Yeah, I could already
Having
Uh-huh.
good audio,
already
that's like the
imagine
the
visuals
big
on
deal.
the,
It's like the bare necessity.
the
It's
visuals.
Well,
a
you might as
podcast,
well-
You need to sound good.
Yeah, that's true. I could already imagine the visuals. It's just gonna be like the regular Aquarium background. I'm just gonna like slap a PNG on you.
I was gonna say, there's no way you're gonna like go through
you-
the effort to.
Are we just gonna use your profile picture, or is there just a random?
I'll just download a.
No. Just get a silly picture of Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get something
Anyways,
totally.
So
Okay.
we got a good list of topics today, and the main,
I've-
the main sort of big one we got is like the art of little children channels on YouTube. So like
I think all.
we're all.
that's the big
fairly-
one? Oh.
I feel like that's our sort of introduction here. They're all pretty different topics, but I feel like we're all fairly. I'd say we're like the new gen YouTubers. All right, we've grown up
Oh my
watching
God.
other channels,
Generation.
and we take inspiration from those who came before
Oh,
us.
kids these days.
So when you look at
I know.
little children making the plushie videos, Dan, I'm sure you know. Quite a lot
Oh,
about that.
that's my
We're gonna-
generation.
Yeah.
No.
That was me.
So here's a little fun fact, Dane. I think. every
Nope,
single
sorry. It was
person-
also.
every
It
single
was
person
mine.
on this call made plushie videos at some point. You were just the one who got views doing it.
Yeah,
it was
you
only
got
one-
success
was-
out of
no,
it,
was only one
apparently.
video.
That's
Like
true, that's
I don't even know why it popped off so
Okay,
much. Even
so-
even my tiny little brain was like, why is this video doing well?
So for my hardcore like Sour Nail fans, they would know, and by hardcore I mean like two people. They would know that I've done plushie videos for like 4 years straight up, like from 2017 to like 2020. Not 4 years, but a bunch of years, and it never got anywhere. I think it
I mean,
most of.
it's kind of the same thing with me, honestly. Just like shift the years. Or no, honestly, that sounds for me it was like 2016 to 2019.
Yeah, on my end,
Yeah.
I don't think
Pretty
a
similar.
single person in my audience would know any of this because I think I deleted them when I was at like 50 subs. Okay, but I had a good collection of PvZ.
I mean, hey, you might have a hardcore, you might have a hardcore Terror
There's
fan
that
from
one
10 years
guy-
back.
There's that one guy who's like, "Hey, I saw that."
No,
video
your
of,
mom's
Pea
friend that was like your 9th subscriber was like,
Oh,
I
that is
remember.
Oh, true.
That's
I
too
knew he was gonna
relatable.
make-
No, my family loves the plushie videos.
Yeah. The problem with me in the plushie videos, so I don't private them because I like kind of like the idea.
Respect.
Respect. There's three things. It's respect, preservation, and also being able to see like how I progress. Problem being, and I think I've mentioned this before, is that people when I like show them my channel, their first instinct is to scroll all the way down. Like I don't know why. And it
That's
gets
what they
really,
did. No, I
it gets
showed
really
some of my
awkward.
friends from high school too, and they just like what's your
just scroll
oldest video?
down.
That's what they
They
asked.
just-
That's what
They
they
just
asked.
scroll down, and they don't like look at your really cool and quality videos on the top. No. They go all the way down. They go, oh, what is this welcome video from 5-6 years ago? Like,
Oh my God, are you?
But
telling
unlike
me
you, the
that-
difference is that the difference is that like my old videos are just garbage documentaries of films.
Yeah.
Because I private all my plushie videos. I don't want them to be seen by the public.
I really should.
Yeah.
No, my Discord
scared.
won't even let me private them. Like they're so because I kept them up so long.
They're
ingrained into. Yeah, I mean part of
actually, funnily enough, I have one fan of mine. He hasn't like re-uploaded any of like my actual plush videos, but he's definitely re-uploaded one with them. It it was just kind of in the background and whatnot. It was weird. Yeah, no, it was like from 2020, I think. It was a video from 2020. So whoever the subscriber was, he was like one of my 700 at the time.
I can't believe he went through the effort to preserve the video.
Preserve the image of the duck.
Bro. Yeah, Sam's plushie video type was very, very different for the time. He would basically take like audio from like a meme, like the I'm at soup gag thing from a few years back, and then he'd do it but with like bird plushies, and that's the gag.
That's the gag. Yeah, no, you do. There was no like. Wait, Danerade, did you do like your own stories off your plushies? Was it like a roleplay?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't really.
I did a few of those.
Yeah, I didn't really recreate any stories. I mean, like every time I filmed a video, I like gather. I kind of like the starting point of the creative process behind making a plushie video. I can't believe I'm saying those words. Started with like kind of choosing the characters I wanted the video to like be around, and then I would like
same here, yes.
I would like put them down, and I'd be like, what do I want to do? I just kind of did whatever, and usually whatever I did in the first 30 seconds kind of guided the whole idea of the video. So for example, the one that the YouTube algorithm promoted, which has 200,000 views. Don't ask. None
I
of
won't.
which have been recent. That was years ago now. But we kind of just started off with like it was pea shooter and sunflower at like a Lego table, and then sunflower gets kidnapped, and so that kind of like first 30 seconds minute, it's like okay, I guess that's what the video's about. We're just gonna sunflower gets kidnapped and we're gonna save her now.
We gotta find her.
Yep, and find her. Yep. God, don't. I thought okay, no,
to be completely...
I did not agree to join this podcast talking about my garbage past, okay? I was not ready for this.
You have no choice. It was you didn't read the contract.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's actually okay, it is kind of funny. This is like cuz when you first told me like, "Oh, we're going to talk about the art of the young children kids
the
video." I was going to mention the fact that like don't you normally like introduce and talk about your special guest, but nope, here I am. Plushie.
That's the best way.
Videos.
That's the best introduction. We gotta talk about where you came from. Come on. But anyways, let's talk about something a little more recent then. You know, me and you back in like 2020, we made the PvZ videos. That sort of like kickstarted both of us. You know, you made the PvZ 3 video. I made PvZ ripoff. You know. And then Sam,
which actually I wanna put a little light on that. I just to build off of that a little bit, it is interesting because 2020 in general was like this weird like PvZ renaissance, like in general.
That was
just people had a lot of free time. I guess
it's just people just instinctively like just started
really.
Started
no,
making
it was
videos
because
on
of. It was because of the news from like the third game, right? Or like what was gonna be the third game.
I think so. It was a mix between. I think it was a mix between people realizing Battle for Neighborville was bad, and then the third game. But even then, like hints of like, cause I have extensive knowledge into this, but the long story short version is that like hints of this kind of like uprising began in like late 2019.
Okay.
Then 2020, you had people like, and some of which became more prominent PvZ YouTubers, and other cases such as my Tara and I more had YouTube as a starting ground. Yeah, had YouTube as a start, or I'm sorry, had PvZ as a start, and then built off of that and geared away from that. But I do find it interesting that because I can name, I mean, there's Shy Guy Mask, us two. I mean, Milkman Steve is another one that comes to mind, and there's probably some others I'm not thinking about off the top of my head. But I don't know. I don't know
Here's
why.
Here's my theory on the matter, okay? So I've gone through this sort of major overarching idea throughout the documentary videos for a while, where whenever a game has a massive resurgence, you know, like My Singing Monsters and Minecraft in particular, it's always like 10 years after the game's release. So if PvZ released in 2009, then if it starts to peak again at 2019, that's the nostalgia wave happening. That's my theory. That's my.
You're actually so right. I never thought of that. That's actually so true.
It's a theory I keep thinking about every time something gets popular again. Always check when it was released, because it seems like 10 years is the amount of time it takes.
Wait, does that mean Fortnite's gonna become like popular nostalgic in 2027?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
The Battle Royale game mode came out, and that's sort of how the game.
I would not be surprised if Fortnite gets a resurgence in 4 years from now.
Yeah,
honestly,
that would not surprise me. Fortnite's
it makes sense.
For quite a lot of people.
People are already apparently nostalgic for it, so it already makes sense. Like in 10 years down the line.
Like honestly, if it got big again and it was actually good, I'd probably pick it back up.
Honestly, I wouldn't even hesitate. I think Fortnite's a solid.
The only reason I stopped playing Fortnite was because they got rid of the mobile port. That's how I played Fortnite back then. I was the mobile gamer.
Yo, yeah.
And then the whole Apple.
I was the iPad kid.
Is Apple and them still in a lawsuit?
I don't even.
I have no idea. I just know that Fortnite's not on it anymore.
I think it's one of those lawsuits that just kind of are gonna be in existence for like half a decade, and you'll just find out the verdict in like 4 years.
And once it does happen, no one's really gonna pay attention.
No one's gonna care.
I care as a former Fortnite mobile gamer pro.
Yeah, I actually used to play Fortnite on my
I got my
iPad.
first Fortnite win on mobile, and you want to know what was funny? I was so scared about the it was like a 1v1. I killed him with a gray pistol. Not even joking. That's how I got my first. I had better weapons in my inventory. I want to point out. I was just so scared to like, oh, I can't afford the time to use my thumb and switch to my legendary Scar. I don't know.
Yeah, I still remember my first Fortnite when it was like before I had to go to school on like a Monday, Tuesday morning. It was like snowing outside. I was playing on my iPad, you know, my primary gaming device.
Yes, iPad kids.
And I was playing as the Rust Lord skin, and homeboy dies in the zone, and I remember how hard the pop off was. I was like, yes! I got the win, even though I did not earn anything, and the man died in the storm.
I got close. I was second place, but that's about as far as I got. Rip.
But yeah,
I almost sorry to go on that. There's gonna be a lot of those tangents. But anyways,
no, it's good. It's good. We need Fortnite tangents.
we need to fill more time because our topics are all bad.
We need watch time.
Give us dollars, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
please promote the second channel. The main
okay,
channel is...
going all the way back from that huge tangent.
No one wanted to watch the Clash of Clans video.
Please.
I did a few.
No one wanted to watch my new video actually.
Oh, that's true. That was the
sad.
Mario versus mode. Damn, bro.
Honestly, the thing about the plush videos is that I was perfectly fine with getting 10 views. Yeah, we got back from those huge tangents. I was completely fine with like getting 10 views for some reason. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was my
if I
kind
had
of
100 views, that was like peak.
Bro,
that was peak too. That was peak.
100. I mean, 100 people. Like, I mean, even then, like, if you imagine like how I usually imagine like. I don't know, like view counts, like just imagine like that many people like in front of you. So even like 100 people in front of you, and then you like multiply that to 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Like that's a lot of people. I mean, the average football stadium holds like 60,000 people, I think. So
whoa,
yeah.
Whoa, I know math. My subscriber count is 2 football stadiums.
Wow, I still remember when I really felt the weight of 100,000 subscribers, and that was when I hit 200,000. I was like, damn.
Really?
Based?
I have doubled that.
Are you gonna do your 100 sub special when you're at 300K?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh my god, guys! I just realized I have 10 subscribers. Thank you so much.
You have no idea how much this means to me.
Guys, you have no idea how much this means. Guys, second channel.
Half of it is for my family, but nonetheless.
my mom, my mom's friend, my dad, my brother. Thank you very much.
But no, it's crazy to think for the longest time, even nowadays, most of my channel history was just 100 view videos, and I was perfectly content with that. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I honestly think that's how you can tell a YouTuber's in it for the long haul, because most YouTubers crash and burn because they expect success immediately. But for those that like stick with it despite the low view counts, and then they eventually like they get that success, they get the ball rolling, I think that's kind of like the sign of all of us kind of went through that. We went through such dry periods, and then
we didn't even notice it was dry periods. It was just what we had.
Yeah, it was just fun. We just kind of did it because
it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me 7 years to get 100 subs. I was really
Dude, you were on the grind. You're on the grind with your FNAF recording sessions.
Look, you guys gotta understand. Okay, I was busy making The Cabin and Podcast Without a Podcast. Okay, those are some.
Oh yeah, you were making a film.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say I appreciated your callback to your younger self in your new video when you're like, this is me analyzing the Nightmare Chica teaser.
I'm so happy I cut it off early because like the last third of that video was like mad embarrassing. I start like talking to the cupcake. It's like typical child mindset. I start like being like, hello cupcake, what do you do? I'm so happy I cut it off early.
That is gangster.
Bro, that's like such a child thing to do. You look at an image, instead of brightening up the image to find secrets or anything, you go like, hello, Cupcake.
Hello, Cupcake.
Hello. How are you doing?
No, I remember, like, I kind of did, okay, maybe not, like, freaking talk to the Cupcake. I didn't go that far. But I do remember, and I think this might be some kind of, like, when, oh shoot, FNAF's gonna turn 10 years old, like, except, FNAF is still going strong.
In a while.
My point being that what is it? Like I remember analyzing like FNAF 4 teasers. I remember like I would literally I'm surprised none of my teachers freaking were like concerned. I remember sometimes I'd like print them out and be like, "Guys, look at the new FNAF 4 teaser." And like, I don't know why no teacher would walk up and be like, "What is this?" And like like you're holding a picture of this like freaking monstrosity with all these fangs, and I'm like in 4th grade.
Man,
I never did that. I'm mad jealous.
I hopping on scottgames.com after FNAF 4 came out. There was like this thank you screen. I had like tears in my eyes, like, oh no, my favorite game series.
No, FNAF.
Once again, another tangent, guys. Do you remember when FNAF 3 was supposed to be the finale of like the FNAF series? Do you remember that?
The trilogy ending.
My brain still sometimes corrects me and says like, "Oh no, FNAF 4 and FNAF Sister Location. Those were the final games." Not realizing that there's like 7 other games.
Yeah, I still think it's funny that the like main reason FNAF continued after 3 was just because of how ass the Springtrap jump scare was.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad.
Yeah. I actually like FNAF 3 except the jump scares. That's about it. Like I like the camera system. I like the colors.
I got way too confused, even like when I was like 12.
I was never that big of a fan of it. I think the aesthetic looks pretty good. I think I like the fucking shit smears.
It's a lot more blinding than most of the FNAF games. You can't see much.
Yeah, I at least like that FNAF 3 goes for its own sort of aesthetic. Like FNAF 1's very dreary. FNAF 2's a little more colorful. FNAF 3 is just smeared in green. And then
it's just green, yeah.
And the only thing I didn't like FNAF 3 from a mechanical aspect is I remember I must have been like a Steam post, like Scott kind of broke down like the mechanics of the game. He's like, yeah, when you hallucinate, sometimes there's like multiple spring traps, you just can't tell which one's the real one. I'm like, wow, that's good. That's good game design. Which is why sometimes like Springtrap will just like even without him going in the vents, he'll just be like at the top of the map, and then like 2 seconds later he's like all the way like right next to you. It's like, oh really? Just can't tell which one's the real one.
I see.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Man, I still think the worst part about FNAF 3 is how unnecessarily convoluted the secret ending is. Like, how do you expect... Like, I get that there are little hints in the mini-games, but, like, how are you supposed to go through the entire game and figure this out for yourself? Like, I don't think a single person, except for, like, 4 people did that. Like, without a YouTube guide.
You know what... Okay, that's true. But you know what's actually weird? This is, like, a new... It's kind of like a new thing that I'm gonna guess you two didn't know. So there's, like... So recently, the FNAF like character encyclopedia just came out, which like outlines like every it like kind of outlines like every FNAF character, and dude, it's a big book. I don't own it, but point being is that it has to do with FNAF 3. So when like FNAF 3, and there's like still no explanation. Like in some of the mini games, there were like these, there was 2 things. There was like these random like black shadow like balloon boy sprites that were like off the map, and then there was like a crying like marionette.
Oh, I remember that.
Child, remember those? Yeah. So in the book, they're called Shadow Balloon Boy and Shadow Puppet. I'm like, wait, what? Like they have names?
Is there
like
an entire dimension of shadow people?
I don't like no, but then people like started freaking out because like it seems like every like
piece of lore.
Yeah, there's like an occasional piece of lore that freaking like breaks the whole like lore and series. Like that is so random. I don't know if that's. I feel like it's not Scholastic like pulling something out of their butt because like Scott like co-writes most of those books, or like
Scott would
he, like,
have to give the
approves it.
thumbs up somewhere, right?
Yeah, so I like, and it's just so weird. I'm like, why? So then people are like, because it's like Shadow Freddy, Shadow Bonnie. So they're like, is there more than Shadow Balloon Boy? Is there Shadow Chica? Is there Shadow?
Is there Shadow Foxy?
Shadow Foxy.
Bro,
yeah,
where's
like
Shadow Man, bro?
Shadow Man.
Is there a Shadow Purple guy? Is like, even though Purple guy is like the shadowy figures, are like a shadow version of the shadowy figure.
It's like a navy blue version.
Yeah,
the alternate colors.
So...
Actually, wait, no. For a little while, back in 2018, I saw Matt Pat's like videos about like I forgot what the game was called. It was like after Sister Location. It was the one game with like Orange Man.
Oh,
and apparently the theory was that was Purple Man, but he's just orange.
Pizzeria Simulator, right?
So it's already happened. It's already happened.
Yeah, no.
Purple guy's just orange
mustard,
for some reason.
We call him like the Mustard Man.
Bro. I still remember when there was a big game theory that there were two purple guys because they had different colors. Whoa. Like the pink guy in Foxy Go 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 is a completely different character from the one in Save Them. Totally different. They have different colors.
And then that finally got disproved from one of the books, or like one of.
I think one of the main issues with FNAF in its current state is that I think it's so hard to get into. In my opinion.
It is so hard.
There's a lot of stuff there.
When we got into, here's the thing. So let's go take back a flashback to 2014. That's when I saw FNAF. What do we have to learn? We had to learn 2 games, FNAF 1 and 2. We had to learn all the lore about that.
FNAF 2 had some mini games. FNAF 1 had some newspaper clippings and Easter eggs.
Yeah. Nowadays, you gotta read 7 books. I think an upcoming movie.
No, literally all my knowledge is like a collection of like slowly absorbing it over like over years. I totally agree with that. When I
think I think current. Oh wait, no, keep going. Sorry, my bad.
Well, no, I was just gonna say when I made my video on I'm gonna say both pronunciations. Terraria. There you go. Okay. When I made my video, I know. When I made my video on it, like, dude, it is so hard to get into. And honestly, like, I actually realized I didn't talk about this in the video, but even like Minecraft might be hard to get into. Like,
nowadays, yeah.
It was very simple back then.
I was playing Minecraft somewhat recently for some fun YouTube project, not going up on my channel, but we were playing on like the newest like Java version or whatever, and I think they're on 1.18, 1.19, and I hadn't like really played since like 1.12 or 1.13, so I call it like there's like I'm like, what are these like new caves? Like there's all this like random new stuff that I like vaguely knew they added, but I'm like I don't know how to craft this or anything. But for someone starting out like brand new. Like I know they've
that could be hard.
It could be hard. I know they've made it like a little easier where like you don't have to. It's not like super OG Minecraft where you have to like look up the crafting recipes. Like now they have like they have like the in-game crafting. You know, they can look up the crafting recipes in game. But like Minecraft, Terraria, FNAF. Like I totally agree that. Some of these, I mean, especially FNAF.
Especially FNAF. It is just. I think
FNAF.
Here's the thing. I think current FNAF fans are just people who've played the game since day one.
Well,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of
FNAF
fans haven't even played the games. A lot of people just watched like Markiplier play.
I mean, I didn't play the games when I was super young.
Yeah, I remember.
I've stopped paying.
iPad and got real scared by.
I've stopped religiously like observing the FNAF lore since Sister Location. I was like, okay, well, you said the game was gonna end. Even for like 10-year-old me, I was like, dude, come on. I thought the game was over.
Yeah, I feel like
so much
UCN
stuff.
was when I like really sort of checked out because I was like, oh, okay, solid conclusion. Man's in hell. Okay, I'm
yeah.
All right.
I kind of had a similar thing. I've stuck with it for most of it. I kind of checked out like after Help Wanted because there was like that big gap between Help Wanted and Security Breach, and FNAF AR was even though I kind of like the game, I mean, the whole history behind that game is stupid in the story, but like it didn't really add much. Even though people are like, oh, actually, FNAF AR
Oh,
it actually has a whole bunch of lore that we totally
Bro,
forgot.
and let's not forget.
You gotta understand
Let's
that.
not forget.
My bad. No.
On top of the upcoming movie and the books and all the games, you have to also be in the virtual reality to get into the FNAF lore.
The virtual world.
Oh my god.
No, I was gonna say, you know that FNAF encyclopedia, like character encyclopedia is talking about? Guess what half the book is on? Yep, you guessed it, FNAF AR skins and character.
Why are there...
VR Freddy gets his own page.
Yes! Fun fact, when I first figured out VR Freddy is something that exists, I was at my local GameStop. And I saw this, like...
You saw the plush? Or, like, action figure?
I bought the plush. I got the keychain.
You bought it? You have it?
Yes! I got it as a meme because of what I did the first time I found the character. So I saw the...
Okay, that's funny.
I saw the little keychain, and I bought it as a joke. I threw it on the ground and stepped on it in its packaging as a joke in front of my homies. I opened it up, and its head is just fucking not attached. It broke in the packaging.
Oh, Funko.
And then I was like, wow, this is the worst
control.
thing I have ever seen, ever. So then I bought a plushie of him next time I went there.
See, FNAF merch used to actually be decent, and then Funko got way too...
Yeah,
way too, like,
I will continue to praise how fucking great the Sanchi plushies were. I still have my Fredbear. I still have my Fredbear.
True. You have one? That's great.
The only FNAF merch that I got...
my parents were like, man, that's like $70. That's a little expensive. And now it's worth like $200.
Yeah. No, the Sanchi plushies were good. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. I have at least some of the, like, I have a lot of the Wave 1 Funko. Like, I have Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy, and those were made well. But now they just totally, like, they totally milked it. It's so...
When I was 7.
Oh god, I feel like they really fell off with the printed on color specifically. That's when they were like
that's true.
saving.
It was the sister location wave where they did the printed on color.
With,
sister.
Foxy. It was like, oh wow, it's completely white, but it has printed on color. We gotta save dollars somehow.
I think the only thing I know about sister location is obviously, of course, the characters, but I also think I know there was like the ongoing meme of like, was it butter?
Yeah.
Exotic
was it butter?
Yeah.
Exotic
like
butters.
Was it butter?
Was it butter? Was it butter?
Yeah.
But yeah, the only FNAF merch that I got was two FNAF pillows. I think I still have them.
Pillows.
They're long gone. I don't even think it's official. I think it's just like random FNAF pillows I got.
I could go either way. It could honestly be official or unofficial. Like that.
I have no idea.
The only sister location experience I've had is I played the first night. Then on the second night, I made it to Funtime Freddy, and I got too scared in my school cafeteria on my iPod.
You got scared?
Yeah.
Let's go.
This was 2016 when it came out, so you know. I was still a little
for a few weeks I was begging my mom to get like FNAF 2 on like my laptop. Not even my laptop. It was hers, and it wasn't even designed for gaming. So, but here's the thing.
I mean, it takes like no processing power.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Okay. So we finally get it after so long, and come to realize the control key on my laptop, not on my laptop, sorry, my mom's laptop, is completely missing. It's missing, and that's the flashlight key for FNAF 2, so we couldn't play it. So I finally got it, and I played it for 10 minutes, and then I never played again.
Don't worry, you could play night 1.
Of course. I can play the demo version.
Yeah. You
only
get to
there
play
you
night
go.
2
There
because
you go.
Now
Fox is there.
okay, so now fast forward to like 2019, I finally play FNAF 2 after like 5 years, and it's pretty good. I get through like night 6. I still haven't done night 7, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, ready? Hot take: FNAF 2 is not that good.
I feel like.
Oh dear.
Well, I feel like
it's hard.
Its strategy doesn't go as deep as most of the other games. I can agree with that.
I don't like the wine box.
I like the FNAF 2 atmosphere. I like the vibe.
Aesthetically.
I feel like
are you on about the gameplay?
As
just
a
the
sequel,
gameplay.
FNAF 2 is really fucking good. It's like exactly what you'd want from a sequel. It's more everything.
Actually, it's a prequel. Actually.
No, shut
Yeah,
your
come
mouth.
on. Have you not watched Game?
No.
Have you? Okay, well the shock when I watched Markiplier and he realized that it was a prequel, like my 8-year-old, like I kid you not, when I was 8, I like gasped too. That stuff was like actually thrilling to me.
I still remember.
It seemed like the most genius storytelling movie.
Oh my god, dude!
Gosh,
I love.
Yeah,
Dude, FNAF was like pretty decent back then. Not even decent. It was like great. I loved it. I was totally in the fandom.
I still remember when, like, before school, I would watch Smike top 10 FNAF theories.
Smike, 8-Bit Ryan, what's up, guys? Analyzing the new FNAF teaser.
And here's the thing: I was a little child, so I didn't know what the word theory meant. So I just thought these were like real lore videos with evidence. So I'd go to school and I'd be like, "Yo, did you know that Foxy's actually a good guy?"
Foxy's a good guy theory. I love it. Oh my god.
It's like, oh man, little 8-year-old me didn't know what theory meant.
Has MatPat like discussed how Foxy sometimes hums in FNAF 1? Or has just everyone overlooked that? Has everyone just overlooked that?
All these years.
All right, so zero explanation. So
it probably has something to do with what his show would have been during the day. He probably sings along a little shanty.
Probably like his voice box ish. Maybe. See, that's honestly something I miss. You know what I miss?
Actually, the voice box thing kind of fits, like, because Funtime Foxy has like an entire show gimmick, so it only makes sense that regular Foxy would have some of that.
I guess. What did you say, Danerade?
I was gonna say that's something I miss from like FNAF 1 and like kind of FNAF. Like FNAF 1 did this best. Is like there were so many like weird and creepy like either Easter eggs or like random moments. So like you have
exactly.
Yeah, it's like
Foxy
Freddy ripping his jaw out.
Yeah, Freddy ripping his jaw out, and in the poster you have like there's a lot. I mean, there's like there's
the random carnival sounds. There's
carnival music, twitching. Foxy humming, the hallucinations, the crying.
Oh, it was so good back then.
Golden Freddy,
the newspaper clipping. Like there's so many little things to where
8-year-old me freaked out when like I don't even know what this channel is about, but like it wasn't MatPat by the way, but it was definitely a theory channel, and like. And he was talking about like how like we just uncovered like the original FNAF 1 story where Purple Guy kills 5 children. That freaked me out, bro. That was like, oh my god, this goes more than just the Funny Freddy. This is actually like a true story.
Well, and then it was cool because like all the little like the newspaper clippings kind of gave you something to like chew on, but then like the other like weird Easter eggs, like there was just like because it was so simple back then, there was no explanation. They're like, well, why like what's the deal with Golden Freddy? Like why? And then I remember people were like freaking out when they realized that if you listen to like Bonnie and Chica, you can hear like the moaning noises.
Oh,
like you know what I mean? Like
the kids are in the suits.
Yeah, the kids are in the suit. Like people just started putting it together, dude. It was peak.
It's the children.
Oh, yeah, it was like there were only like 5 circulating elements to the story instead of 5 billion.
Wait,
yeah,
guys.
no, and that revolves all the way back to like FNAF is way too complicated now.
Do you guys remember everyone's favorite FNAF animatronic?
Sparky the dog.
No, I'm talking about Hybrid, baby.
Wait,
FNAF 3 teasers, because everyone thought Springtrap looked like Golden Freddy.
Oh yes,
so
yes,
Hybrid.
Oh, we all thought it was Bonnie.
Totally remember that
I remember
Hybrid.
It was either Hybrid or Salvage.
I thought it was Bonnie because I was dumb.
It was one of the two.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you another stupid one. There was someone did like a quote unquote email leak, and they said like it was like Scott sending an email to someone. I don't know. If you had like 2 brain cells, you would have known it was fake. But it basically was like, oh, there's gonna be a FNAF 3 trailer on Christmas Day. Guess what idiot, after opening his presents, looked at the Scott Games YouTube channel to see if the FNAF 3 trailer had dropped on Christmas Day. And guess who was really sad when there was no FNAF 3 trailer on Christmas Day?
Is ruined.
Actually, tell you what, it came out a month later, so.
That's true. Like Christmas gift, but.
I'm surprised though. No, back then, like I think Scott was making like FNAF games every 2 months.
Yeah, I feel like
3 to 4.
Scott had the same mindset as fucking PopCap did in the mid 2000s, where they just like they put together games as fast as possible. We're just like more.
And now we actually did get more, and now it's all too much to take in for me.
Yeah, and then eventually quality goes up, output goes down. So sad.
Who's excited for the Ruin DLC for the hit and critically acclaimed game Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach?
Yay!
I'm cautiously excied. I'm cautious
honestly.
about it. At least it's a free DLC. That's all I'll say.
That is true. I kind of talked about it in my video, but like my thoughts are still kind of the same. I think what is the most likely outcome is that people will think the gameplay is better than what the base game should have been, but it will still ship out with bugs, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not just because like, oh wow, if you look at the track record, like no doubt. There's two reasons. Number one, FNAF VR was actually very buggy when it launched, but it was not as bad. And number two, actually, which is a more recent thing, which you guys probably don't know this. This is like super weird, by the way. Like I have zero explanation for this. So, Hello Neighbor 2.
All right.
Okay, it has day one DLC. I know, fantastic. Get this right. Day one DLC developed by Steelwool.
Whoa.
By Steelwool.
Really?
Like they made the Hello Neighbor 2 DLC. Now, do I know why? No, I don't know why. But I'm gonna tell you. It is really interesting, and I have one theory, and I'm gonna tell that in a second. But you want to know what happened with that DLC?
It
was
really
buggy. It was garbage. There was literally, for one of them, there was no ending. There was no ending.
There was no ending.
There was no ending. They just didn't have enough time to animate an ending. No, it was off. Now I haven't played it. I've already kind of revealed this on the channel, but I will be making a Hello Neighbor 2 video. But I haven't played the DLC yet. I've played the base game. I kind of wanted to avoid the DLC because I heard how awful it was. They've patched a lot of it. Now the theory for me is that something you guys probably also don't know is that for some reason, maybe is it out? I don't know. Basically, Steelwool is developing a Hello Neighbor VR game for some reason. Which I don't know how I feel about that because now I have like a really negative opinion of Steelwool because I feel like they're just trying to make games for like the popular, like just because they know FNAF and Hello Neighbor are popular and that's kind of why they're jumping ship. But my theory is like they were already making the VR game and they were kind of like, hey, can you make a crappy DLC? They're like, sure. So,
please, it won't be too hard to give you dollars.
Pretty please.
Pretty please. I'm sorry, that was a little rant. I need to look up really, really fast whether it's out because it said it was gonna come out in February, and that's, you know.
Is it out? Have you seen it? No.
Well, I'm gonna look.
I haven't seen it.
Oh no! Wait, why did I get February? I feel like they must have changed that. Okay, it's not out.
It's not out. All right.
Not
well,
out.
we got 2 more days of February left.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I
feel like
I think I don't know. Okay, rant over.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Ruin will be able to at least make Security Breach as a whole feel like it's worth the amount of money it is. Because in its current state, I still don't think it's worth like $60.
Oh no. No, and I
like
said this in my I just think the
right
gameplay. I just think the gameplay is bad. Like even which this is a stupid argument if you disregard all the bugs. Yeah, it's just not designed well. It's just not very fun.
Well, here's the thing. The aesthetic was the first thing they worked on, and that's usually like the finishing touches of a game. It's like when the GTA 6 leaks happened, everyone was like, ooh, this looks bad.
Well, it makes sense from FNAF standpoint because
you need the gameplay to be good.
Back then, they didn't have to work on much of the gameplay, considering it was like 2D. Not even 2D. It's like this. What would you even call it? It was just all like aesthetics was probably absolutely. For the longest time, aesthetics was his thing. So when he was making a 3D game,
gameplay
bro did not have
like revolutionary.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But when he turned it into 3D, he probably he didn't do the conventional 3D game means.
Well, here's the thing though.
He hasn't been making that.
Wasn't the main guy working on Security Breach. That was Steelwool.
Oh, for real. So
yeah.
it was just bad developers, all right.
Yeah,
he got like an entire team of people. They Steelwool started by working on the VR game, and then they've branched
Which is
out.
decent. I mean, I like Help Wanted. It's good.
I don't mind it, although I do think that because a lot of the game is just like a retread, but in VR, there was a lot of creative decisions that were already made before Steelwool got their hands on it. So I feel like it's not like 100% qualifier for what they're capable of, and I feel like
I agree.
is probably much more accurate because that is
their I agree.
FNAF game.
My biggest problem with Help Wanted in like a nutshell is it missed potential. I mean, it's a pretty decent and full game. I just there's just so much you can do with it because people really like you had the recreations of like the first few games, but then they got really creative where they were mixing and matching different they put Nightmare on in the FNAF 4 house. People were freaking out, and I think that's cool. And then the second thing, which I also talked about it. Just plugging in my Security Breach video. You should go watch it, by the way. It's exactly 1 hour. But they made a lot of really random like design changes, and so the best example I can think of, which I point out in my videos, like they just gave Toy Bonnie like buck teeth. They just like they just kind of changed the models enough to where like you start thinking like, I know they're not gonna be 1-for-1 because like they need to rig it. They might need to change some things to make it easier, but then they started changing like color schemes and like the construction of things, and like it's fine, like you can obviously tell what character it is, but I'm thinking like why is it because you think it's better or what? And like some of them don't look bad, but others like, I mean, like Springtrap, like for some reason no one can recreate Scott's original Springtrap model. Like it just doesn't exist. Like when people like
every single version of Springtrap looks like ass except for FNAF 3. Like
it's just worse.
all of the merchandise, the action figure doesn't look 100%. The plushies don't. Nothing looks good, and then every other model of him also just looks.
And then every other model is bad, and even like I mean, there are some decent like fan recreations where they actually try to like meticulously like recreate, like the original Springtrap model, but for some reason like that model was like a perfect hodgepodge of it. Like it's like lightning in a bottle. It's just unreplicable.
Except for that one guy who did a really good Springtrap cosplay. But that guy.
Who was the one guy?
I don't know. I saw it on YouTube. Basically, there's this guy who made like a really good-looking Springtrap cosplay.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been a great conversation, but I don't know if the viewers want to hear us talk about FNAF for 25.
I think
remember when we were going to talk about children's channels? Remember when we were going to talk about children's channels?
Hold on. We were flexing our knowledge of FNAF
true.
that we've freaking grown up
My
with
entire
for
life's
years
worth
now.
of education has brought me to this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, on a side
the funny
note,
thing is that
for our wonderful audience here, I do also want to point out, I purposely made a creative decision to not have Sam and Dane have any sort of interactions until right now. By the way, this is their first conversation.
Yeah, that's true. This is our first.
And we've been talking about FNAF, so I'd say we got along pretty well.
We hit it off pretty well.
Pretty good bonding experience, guys. We're getting the vibe.
But why avoid? What was the creative decision?
Honestly,
the experiment was what we were gonna be talking about, and it turned out to be FNAF. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Springtrap.
On the topic of FNAF, though, quite a lot of people were pointing out how I used the Theft King meme in the video, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is underground FNAF fandom lore." And I'm just like,
I just
thought it was kind of goofy
stuff. That was the only drama I actually like followed.
Yeah,
I actually know the full story behind
the FNAF drama.
I have
oh my God,
a couple. I really, it's kind of a guilty pleasure. I think it's just kind of interesting to watch from the sidelines, just to see what's going on.
I normally just don't have time to like keep up with it, but like Theft King was like someone I was like kind of watching for a while, and then like the whole drama happened, and I was like, oh, that's bad. That's bad.
Oh well.
On a side note, though, he's recently had another like massive like wave of viewership. So it's good. It's good to know that he's at least not like. Personally, I don't think what he did was like a career-ending move. I don't think he would have deserved to like fall off permanently for that. So I'm glad to see he's rebounded back to where he was and like past.
I guess so.
Cause well, what he did was kind of wacky. He threw a little bit of a tantrum on live stream, and he made some clickbaity thumbnails, I guess, but that's not too bad, I would say. I've seen worse from YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the idea of that kind of drama just kind of worries me, because this is all related. Is this just the one guy? I was kind of zoning out. This is FNAF drama. Am I hearing correctly?
Oh yeah.
This is FNAF drama.
I mean,
this is FNAF drama. Let's go.
I mean, this isn't like the only FNAF drama. There
was the leak one, right? Like the group chat.
The pair was
the leak.
Yeah, the pair. Yeah, that's what it was.
I didn't follow that one too closely. I just know it had
I
to
saw
do
the
with
Theft
like.
King video about it.
Like I said, I haven't followed anything since Sister Location.
Yeah, basically,
Really?
Okay, let me fill you in, Sam. So
there's too much
true,
stuff.
you're
I
not
don't
a
know.
true FNAF
Yeah,
fan.
Sam, let me
I'm
fill
not.
you in. I got you. So basically,
I totally thought I
while
was.
Security Breach is busy sucking ass and Ruin is like still being developed, the main sort of thing that's been keeping the FNAF community really strong has been the Fanverse initiative and other.
By the way, there's been like
mods
no games that have
like
come out.
fans.
By the way,
Right.
no, and just because I haven't played the game, I've seen like the movies. I've seen the FNAF
here's
VHS
the
and
thing,
Walton
we haven't
Files.
seen much from the Fanverse initiative, but we've seen a lot of great fan games come up. Like we got Juniors. Juniors was really solid.
Juniors.
There
I still need to play the glitch. I need to play the glitch.
Actually, tell you what, I saw Juniors, and I thought it was genuinely scarier
the
than
Juniors
Walton
design-
Files and actual FNAF.
No. Walton Files stands in its own category. I will stand by
It's
that.
terrifying,
Dude,
actually.
FNAF
I got
VHS,
nightmares one
I'm so
time.
happy 2020 had FNAF VHS because, like, in general, 2020 was such a dead year for the FNAF series. I think there were some book releases, but that's like all we've seen officially.
Which is really interesting because that was like the COVID year, and you would think like
yeah, you'd think they'd capitalize
get some
on
kind
it.
of
like Minecraft.
FNAF
went crazy because of
FNAF was obviously
COVID.
like the most. FNAF was getting popular. There's just like no content.
Yeah,
I
there was
suppose.
no official content. The thing
Yeah,
that's been
'cause-
popular was the Squimpus McGrimpus shorts.
because VR came out in 2019 May, and then Halloween DLC for that came out in 2019 October, and then
So nothing much.
got
yeah,
books.
Security Breach came out end of 2021. So right?
Wait, no.
Right?
Wait,
Yeah.
no. I think it was the end of 2020. Here, I'll look it up really quick. But
No,
yeah,
no.
no.
It was 2021.
All right,
trust
you're
me.
sure? All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm
I'll trust you.
positive.
But yeah,
All right.
man.
I'm gonna guess December 16th, 2021.
And you are right.
Wow.
There we go. The FNAF encyclopedic knowledge came. Well, I also did make a video on
Yeah,
it.
to be
so,
fair,
like,
you'd
there's
have
that.
to have learned something with all the research. It's like an hour-long
Yeah.
video.
Dude, that video was.
Actually, tell me your story about hour-long videos.
Yeah. what
Let's
was
talk
the-
about Danerade for a second.
Yeah.
That video was interesting because I knew for it to be good, I had to pace myself on the script. So I actually took
Yeah.
5 months to write. I took 5 months to write the script. Now, am I writing every day? No, but I wrote it at a pretty decent pace. I definitely work on it. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I work on it every so often. And I made it over the summer. I did the editing over the summer. Kind of sucked. By the 30-minute mark, I was like, oh my gosh, only halfway there. But I think just if you pace yourself, it's not too bad. Cause even though the editing took a while, I was honestly so passionate about the video that it didn't feel that bad. Like it wasn't one of my least favorite. Like it wasn't even crunched that much. It just long process of the whole thing. But I don't think I ever sent anything to I definitely sent some of my friends this, but like when I played the game, I took extensive notes, dude. My notes page was crazy. Like it was so long. I broke it up between each recording session. I would take notes, and then when I was done, I would like put them on the computer, and then I would break them up between, it was like story, visual / sound, and then gameplay, and then I had like notes for each recording session, so I could like, and I would have like timestamps for certain things that happened, like if I needed to like mention, because the worst thing, and you guys might be able to relate to this, I don't know, is I might have like a specific moment that I recorded, but like I don't remember like when or like what recording it was, so then you have to like then you have to hunt through the footage of like where. So
Bro, that was the entire editing process for like 90% of
Thankfully, I've kept
Superman.
everything in photo albums.
Yeah, so
because actually tell you what, no, that actually was quite relatable, that entire experience, because I made a very passionate 40-minute video as well. Yeah.
you talking about the Slender one?
Yeah.
Man,
Have you
was
seen
from
that?
A long time ago. Basically,
I have not.
Basically,
You're not a Teletubbies fan.
Yeah,
All right.
not a true Slendy Tubbies.
I'm not a true fan. Oh,
SMH.
oops.
But yeah, basically, that was sort of the video that's Sam's most popular video. It's the one he released a long time ago.
The absolute funny thing is that it didn't even get successful for
It
like
took
another
a
10
full
months.
year, basically, yeah.
Tell you what, no, because at the time I was making it, like, it was completely different to anything else I was making. This is early 2021 when I had about 800 subscribers. So I was making an entire 44-minute video. It was all passionate.
Yeah.
I wasn't monetized.
He was
it wasn't for money
other
purposes.
videos while working on it too.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I can't do this now if I'm working on a long video. But back then, I don't even think I was purposely trying to pace myself. I was just working on it whenever I wanted to work on it. I had no idea what I was doing, and it ended up doing super well. But with that being said, on the first day of its release, I think it got like 200 views. But again, for my standards, that was pretty nice.
Bro, that was twice as good as the usual video.
Of course, 100. Yeah, 100 views a video. That was pretty decent. So, but yeah, it took about. It took an entire year. Actually, tell you what, it actually did. It took it exactly an entire year to get to 1 million views. That's actually kind of silly. On its 1 year anniversary day, it got 1 million views. So very epic.
I think to make long videos, it definitely needs to be something you're really passionate about.
You don't want to end up with a crappy long video.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've talked to Tara about this, and no spoilers, but I definitely know what I do a. Yeah, I don't want to say long. They usually end up long, but I usually do a big video every 6 months. So usually how it's been each year is that the one in July/summer is kind of like a big essay type video, and then the one in December is like a fun Christmas special. But I definitely know what I'm doing this year, and it's definitely going to be long. But I'm also really passionate about it, and I think it's a good combo and I've been working on it. Passively, kind of like Security Breach.
Oh my god, Dane, no way. You're making Calvinistic Doctrine in Gaming 2. I'm fucking calling it. Let's go! Calvinistic Doctrine 2!
The sequel to the hit video. No, it was funny. I was going to make a joke when you were talking about the video didn't get big until 10 months later. Hey, just you wait. 2023 Christmas is just like randomly going to pop up.
Calvinistic Doctrine, okay.
Right.
We're excited for it. We're waiting for it. On the topic of my long video, Evil Superman was kind of a weird one for me because
it took you like 3 weeks to make it.
I make a break announcement video. I also made the intro to Evil Superman the week I made the break announcement video, so I started working on it there. It took me about 1 week just to watch all the shows and write down my rough notes, which largely ended up becoming the final script. I'm not crazy proud of most of the video. I think it's not my best work from editing or writing. But
there's something to like improve on. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Even though you might not be proud of it, like the next time you do it.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna really narrow in my scope on one character. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go every aspect of this character I want to break down. And that's sort of improvement mindset is very important for developing, working on a new thing. But for my first attempt at like a character analysis, I think it was alright. I basically just gave myself 1 month of time and put together the best video I could.
As of this recording, it has 499k views.
Yeah, it did better than the last two.
I was quite worried for the first 2 days. It was actually like underperforming.
It was really underperforming.
It got 16k views day one, which compared to the FNAF video,
Tara and I were DMing about that. I remember.
I was crying about it, but then it slowly started to get better
views.
I guess that's just what happens with.
Tell you what, when I made another long video of mine, it was Lessons from the Villain. It also I think got like 1,000 views. And this is when I was starting to pick up pace. I think I was at like about 3,000 subs instead of 800.
I remember every video around it had like between 30 and 100,000, and then that one video stayed at like 15,000, slowly went up to 30 where everything
for a while. Yeah. Then like a chain reaction happened last year, and everything like the algorithm just loves me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, the algorithm was just such a kind pal.
Yay!
Yeah, I had my recent video did not do too well, but I'm not too...
Yeah, you had a good streak going there, though. You had, like, the Security Breach video, 700k.
I know, dude. See, that's what's so...
Then you released that one video with the horrible title, and it still did really well. That's how much the algorithm loves you.
Oh, yeah, we argue.
Oh, we gotta
the horrible title?
Yeah. Okay, Sam, hold on.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Dane released a plug-and-play video, and it's called The Dark Souls of SpongeBob Plug-and-Plays.
We had an argument. We
I-
had an
Dark Souls,
argument
yeah,
on
I
the
basically-
title.
Yeah, in the DMs, I was like, that is a absolute booty ass title. The fact that it's doing well has nothing to do with it. You are doing it in spite of that title. That title is
Oh
awful.
no, it was
'Cause here's
so
the thing,
funny. Well,
here's the thing. I think the thing that really does it to me is how ugly the spacing looks with the double quotation marks. That's what's really getting me. Not to mention the video has nothing to do with Dark Souls. Why are
Hey,
you comparing
Ian,
to
it
Dark
works.
Souls?
So
Yeah, it works.
well, no,
The
see, that's the
SpongeBob-
funny
My
thing is that
argument
it
is
did.
that my argument is that the thumbnail absolutely pushed it because that SpongeBob plug and play is iconic. It was heavily featured in JonTron and Scott the Waz's plug and play videos separately.
Okay, well,
that's
here's
my
funny.
theory.
Here's what's funny about that conversation is because when we argued about that, it was like
It
like
was-
2 hours.
It was
after
already
the video
starting
came
to.
out. So
yeah,
you don't.
yeah.
Well, no. You don't. We didn't really know if it was doing well actually. Like it was
Oh,
still
alright.
kind of up. It was
It
kind
was
of
still
up in the air.
up in the air.
And
Alright.
yeah, and I was kind of like, maybe I regret it. And then a couple of days later, I'm like, suck on that, Terror. You suck. This is the
No!
best title ever.
I will continue.
Yeah, we
to
totally
cry
had an
about that
argument
title.
about that. That was like the one thing we were like,
Bro, we had a
pretty
heated
bad title.
debate. Bro, that's my
Yep.
all senses, all the whole YouTuber senses were like, oh man, this is a bad title. But
this is
then
gonna
again,
bomb.
This is
then again, my
Mr.
senses
Beast
as a
would not be
whole
proud.
are pretty fucked right now because like all the stuff I thought was doing well would do badly. Then Evil Superman comes in and does like really really well, which was unexpected. I don't know, my whole world's being turned upside down with my
YouTube algorithm is getting
my
confusing.
algorithm sense.
No, literally.
It went
I'm
away.
not-
It went away the month I was working on Evil Superman.
Back on the streak of long videos though, I also like have a similar like issue with that. Nowadays I don't even care anymore. Like if a video is 8 minutes and stuff like that, that's whatever. But I think mine was way more hectic than yours is because I used to upload weekly, and there was a time where I was
True.
weekly uploading 20 minutes, which is
That's
impressive.
Sounds
pretty
long.
much what
I'm-
that's pretty much what I was doing this month. I released an hour and a half long video,
Yeah.
followed up with an 18-minute, and then a 15-minute, and then a 24.
And here's the thing, like, for the first 10, not the 10 months, for the first 2 months, it was actually quite okay. I was very passionate with the videos, so I actually did not mind.
You were
By
working on them in
after
school,
summer,
right?
it was starting to get, like, tedious, yes. Oh, yeah, that's one of the good things of being an iPad kid. You can work on videos during school.
Yeah, Sam is.
Some of my
Sam's
close
one of
friends
the
see
cool
me.
guys.
Some of my close friends see me editing, like, my next video and stuff.
Yeah, man uses.
Do you like
iMovie.
have an edit? Do you have like the editing software like at school?
Yeah, he has it on
iMovie.
his
It's
iPad.
iMovie.
That's he uses. He makes videos
Oh,
on his iPad.
I've been using
yeah, I
iMovie.
forgot you still use iMovie.
Bro, that's
Yes.
nuts, man.
I love
He-
it.
Yeah,
I love.
iMovie at this point, iMovie is
It's
just
so
like the really,
basic,
like,
but it's, I
iMovie
love
is so
it.
He's like
iconic
the
as-
Elmer's glue that's holding together Sam's videos.
All my long videos are like made out of like duct tape at this point.
That's
They're
great.
barely being held
Most
together
of
with
the-
Elmer's glue.
It's so basic. It wasn't meant for my type of videos, and I love it still.
Yeah, he's still,
It's so
he's still
simple.
Somehow managing to work out.
And yet you can make so many like interesting videos out of it.
Honestly,
no.
I was gonna say I wanna like, even though I mean that uploading weekly, I mean that sounds like I mean that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Sam's moved back away from that. Now he just makes videos whenever
yeah.
we're done.
Oh, I
So
remember you guys
no,
talking
it
about
actually
that
went.
on
I
the
had a
last
phase. I had a
episode.
phase. So it went from I still wanted to upload weekly, but I'll finally tone it down. I'll be making 8-minute videos. That still didn't work. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. Uploading once a month. Here we go.
Yeah.
And that's where I am currently today.
For me, it's kind of an interesting. Well, there's two problems with me. One is actually, which I didn't really think about this until like a little bit ago, is like because of my format, because usually like I play a game and then I talk about it. Like I feel like with your types of video or your guys' videos, it's kind of like, I'll give you an example. Like, Terror's. Well, I mean, I guess there's exceptions to that rule, but you know, sometimes it's more talking about in a general sense. Okay, PopCap video. There you go. There's an example. And
Alright.
I named this example because like, for me, it's harder to work on certain parts like at school, and the process can take longer because I have to play the game, and usually I like play it somewhat extensively. And when I write the script, I usually like to watch the I usually like to have the footage on standby just so I can like reference it back a lot, just so I'm not missing anything, to be able to see it. And those two things alone like can elongate the process, which means I can't like work on it at school. But the second thing, I feel really bad saying this because I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but like I am so busy outside of YouTube.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm like
I know, man. I know.
I do so much, and it kind of sucks. I don't know. I've said this on YouTube before. I play volleyball. That's one thing. I mean, that hogs. I mean, my main like trifecta, my main triangle is like school, YouTube, volleyball. Those are my three things. But then there's like this year specific, which I guess in the past 2 months, like I've just taken an unnecessary amount of like small projects which have been like eating away at my time. For example, my school went up to me and said, "Can you make our prom video?" I'm being really stupid. I said, "Oh yeah, sure," not really realizing all the work and time and effort that would go into that.
Oh shoot! So your school knows you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I've been hidden anonymous. I don't think.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe your school life is a lot nicer than mine.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do we
personally,
want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to kind of go?
Yeah, we
Sure,
should
let's go to school.
We should
Let's
go over
talk about
the
school.
mindset. So first of all,
Dude,
Okay,
okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you're
go
in high
first.
school.
No,
You're in high school.
I'm gonna go
let
first.
me, okay, hold on. I
Okay,
got a
okay.
very interesting way to
Okay,
begin
okay.
this. So first of all, I
Oh my
want to
goodness.
point to something I posted on Twitter a few weeks ago, which was something along the lines of being a YouTuber in high school is like being a shittier version of Spider-Man. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. It's like I'm living a double life, except it's way lamer, and I'm not protecting anyone. I'm not protecting the city from green. But yeah, all right. What's you guys' takes?
Okay.
So Danerade must have a nice school. 'Cause mine is an absolute.
Okay, I want you to go. I'll go last. It's fine. I want you to
Okay.
go over.
So I can't. The only way I can describe it is that if suddenly everyone in school knew that I was a YouTuber, I'd probably be shot, robbed, and killed.
What?
Absolutely. Not killed. That's an exaggeration, but probably someone would be still like. No. Okay.
Is it like a
I'm
sketchy
exaggerating.
area,
Here's the thing.
or-
Okay. Here's the thing. They would probably like start to like take pictures of me without me knowing, and like, oh my god, I see Sour now, the famous YouTuber. So I'm in Texas right now. I'm not gonna say like the school and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually a nice school, but it's super populated, and like I think there's just a lot of people, so naturally there's gonna be a lot of like crazy figures.
Okay, that's fair, and I can kind of piggyback off that.
But no,
because
so apart from a few close friends, no one. I am anonymous. No one knows
Okay,
that I am a famous
okay.
YouTuber.
I
I do want
That's
to. I do
interesting, though.
kind of want to. I've had moments where like I want to be like, oh my god, guys, have you seen my channel? But
Yeah.
no, I think my reputation would just be, oh my god, look guys, it's that YouTuber.
See,
whatnot.
I can piggyback off that and agree, because when I initially started high school, I did not go in talking about the YouTube channel. It honestly took like 3/4 through freshman year for the ball to really get rolling, and it's for the same reason. It's because one, I didn't want to sound tacky and be associated like that's the YouTuber guy, and the second thing is that I also go to a pretty big school, and I didn't want to risk it takes one person, right? It takes one person.
If it was a small school, then maybe.
Yeah. Now the reason that kind of shifted, actually, I'll tell you basically how the cat got out of the bag. Is that speaking of volleyball, it was actually during volleyball tryouts, and so and you know, kind of like you, I had a few close friends, but the problem I had, and I kind of knew this even as a freshman, I thought, like, I tell a couple people, and like people are gonna find out eventually. Like I just knew that. I just kind of waited till when that happened. So the main thing, how at least a large block of people started to know, is, and I'm gonna be very descriptive about this because I think it's funny. So to try out in any sport, you have to do a whole bunch of paperwork, blah blah blah. And basically, what the coach was doing was like, okay, if I call your name, run to the opposite side of the gym, and that means you're approved to try out. And cool beans, right? So we're doing that. We're going across the gym. My name gets called. Like I was approved and all that stuff. And my friend just randomly, the one person that knew, talks about, and this is technically a true story. This is way before any of like the actual good Danerade content. But he's like,
oh no.
He's like, yeah. And he wasn't about the plushies though. But he was like, Yeah, he basically suggested that I put like a random like funny video clip he found in a video, and I did. And he was like, he basically explained that he kind of was talking in an arrogant way. I'm still really cool friends with him though. It's just stupid freshman stuff. He's like, yeah, I told him to put a clip in a video, and it you know, he does YouTube, and he's actually kind of big. And at that time, I think I had like 30K subs at that time. But it was really ironic because, so, you know, we're like, you know, we're supposed to run across the gym. So everyone started crowding around me. And then coach was like,
oh, no.
Thinking like, wait, why is everyone like surrounding this random freshman? Anyways, I just want to tell that story. But kind of to get to the present day, I'm kind of in a weird situation because I've kind of given up and I've kind of embraced it. But I've realized that I'm still happy what I did, though, because now that I'm older, like, you know, I'm a junior in high school now. Like, if I did it freshman year, I feel like I would be like people would want to be friends with me as the YouTuber guy.
Yeah.
But now because I formed a lot of my friends before that, when they like, and now that we're older and we're a little more mature, people can see it more as like, that's a really cool hobby you have. Like, that's a really cool passion that you do. So, and you know, I can get connections like through the school, you know, like having the, I'm gonna put quotes, the honor of making the prom video. That's a really long story. Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't that fun to make.
Mine, okay, so here's what happened. Basically, some people in my middle school, I was in 8th grade when I moved to the town I'm living in right now. Basically, some people knew it wasn't very interesting because I only had like 100 subscribers, so, you know.
Yeah.
But then I go into high school. I don't really say anything about it. I don't really care, but some close friends knew about it. And then eventually, I don't really know when this happened. I can't really remember, but at one point, some of my friends are kind of blabs, so we got moments where like I'm walking because my school's like really close to like Subway and stuff, so we walk there every once in a while. So my friend was passing two other people. I was walking with him, and he's like, "Yo, did you know that this is a famous YouTuber Terrorist White?"
No, literally, I get that all the time.
Oh my god, stop! And then there was another moment where I was in my drama class, and this guy next to me, you know, he's like an acquaintance. He's not someone I really. He's someone I tolerate. And then he turns over to the drama teacher, and he's like, Hey, did you know that this guy is a famous YouTuber?
YouTuber?
That's basically what ends up happening with me, you know, yeah.
All of my close friends, I have specifically required them to say, guys, you are to not tell anyone of my YouTube presence. And they all agree, because they're all nice.
That's good.
But yeah, I've made it very clear that I do not want to be known. I think most people in science class know because one of my friends did not comply, and I think now everyone in biology knows that I'm probably a famous YouTuber. They don't know. Here's the thing, though. Here's the weird thing. I actually kind of like this. He told everyone, but he just forgot to say my name, my YouTube name. So everyone knows that I'm probably famous, but they don't know who I am. So
there's a similar thing with
That's
me.
really funny.
Basically, I got some homies. They're quirky. They're like, oh my god, this is the guy. But at this point, I'm not actively hiding it. But I don't go out of my way to be like, hey guys, I make ad revenue. I make 7 cents a video. Instead, it's like whenever someone brings up like taxes or something, I'm like, oh yeah, taxes suck. And like every once in a while, if someone asks like, hey, do you like, if someone says like, hey, does anyone here have a job? I'll raise my hand. I'll say like, sure. And if someone asks me about it, I'll be like, oh yeah, I make the video. I get the ad dollars, 17 cents.
What I say is that I place ads on internet videos if I don't want to say that I'm a YouTuber.
I'm like 50-50 on that. Like sometimes I'll totally be like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Sometimes I'll like come up with like the most random nonsense.
Does it depend on the teacher?
Digital marketer, yeah. Depends on the person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the situation.
Oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, no, well, here's the thing. If one of my like Sour Nail fans, I think. Wait, no, funny story actually. I think I told Ian this. Okay, so there's this guy in my education class. It's all about like education and whatnot, like the history of teaching and stuff. And
that's a class. What?
It's the classes to become a teacher. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I like to be like a
that's cool.
Yeah, teacher.
I just
teach
find
the
it
children.
ironic. I know this is it's not like your school specifically, but like I just find it funny. There's a teacher teaching you how to be a teacher. Okay, that's all.
I don't know. She's not the best, I don't think, but
Okay.
it was a different time. Anyways, that's not part of the thing. So there's a student in there. His name is Andrew, and he absolutely knows of Terror and Sournail, but he doesn't know that I'm in the class with him.
Wait, what's the lore there?
I know it. I know it because Andrew, I was peering over because he was watching like YouTube, I guess, in his free time, and bro was watching like Terror's Popcat videos, and then he went on Sournail, and the thing is he talks to me like we're friends in there.
Not
He
realize
has
your same voice.
I guess not. He just hasn't said anything. He has absolutely no idea that the person that like he subscribed to is right there in front of him.
I have a couple friends who've seen some of my stuff before I told them I was a YouTuber. They're like, "Oh yeah, I got your PvZ video. I recommended." Yeah,
I've had something similar. It wasn't with me, but I had a friend text me. He was like, "Yeah, he goes to a different school than I do." He's like, "Yeah, I was at school and this guy was just watching your video, and he obviously knows me, and he was just like, he like went up. He's like, "Who are you watching?" He's like, "Oh, I'm watching this cool guy named Danerade." And he's like, "Huh." And I was like, that was it.
Yeah, one of my friends
Cool.
at school is also a huge Danerade fan. And he's the one I keep messaging you about. My man Logan. He's in the ending of the fan games video. But yeah, every once in a while he's like, "Yo,
is Logan gonna see this?"
This image of me with this paper Bowser image, and I have a gun. Tell him to release the next video, or I'll shoot. And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, I did release it.
He did.
I should start off the next video like.
Danerade, can you say a
Logan.
special message to Logan?
Yeah.
If he's watching.
Hold on. I need complete silence.
All right.
Logan, to my bestest fan, thank you for consistently watching my videos, and thank you for bothering Terror enough for him to send me your messages. You know what? It actually brings it brings such joy to my heart seeing a picture of you holding a gun to me to force me to release the next video. It actually is such an enjoyable experience. I love it.
It's the only
and
way it
thank you,
happens.
Logan. Thank you.
Also, I do want to point out, I didn't respond to him on the last one, but he also wanted me to start a group chat and add you to it.
Oh my goodness, total stalker now. This is getting total
energy. Man, Logan.
I love Logan.
Yeah,
My
Logan's
favorite.
such a kind young man.
Y'all make sure to subscribe to Logan.
Yeah.
Don't know what his channel
Yes.
is, but make sure to subscribe.
Subscribe. Join the notifications.
Exactly. Yeah, Logan. Yeah, no, I'm sure he'll be very enthused. I'll send him the link to this section of the podcast. He'll be like,
Yay.
"Oh my god,
Yeah.
Danerade recognized me."
But
Oh my god, he noticed me.
I do want to kind of round out the conversation. I do actually think this is an interesting, like, it's such like a niche and like weird situation to be in with the whole like YouTuber school and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, especially high school. God dang.
Especially high school, yeah. But like I said, kind of where I am right now, I'm very appreciative. It's also weird because, especially in volleyball, like half the people in volleyball like actually call me Danerade, and it's I know. But it's something, like I said, it's something people associate with me, but as in, again, like a really cool thing that they respect. And people are like genuinely interested. Like they're like, hey, well, like, what's the next video gonna be about? Or they might ask a question. Like some people will ask like, oh, how does like you making money in ads work? And
Dude,
like the fact that they show interest. So
I have okay.
it's
I have this one friend. He's again more like an acquaintance I tolerate than an actual homie.
Yeah.
But for every interaction we've had for the last like 3 years, I haven't had a class with this guy since like 8th grade when I had 100 subscribers. So every time I pass this guy in the hallway, we have the exact same interaction. It's like a Oblivion. You have like the
NPCs.
chat. Yeah. You have like the dialogue tree. Basically, I pass him in the hallway. He like stops me like he's a enemy Pokemon trainer. Walks up to me and goes, "Yo, Ian, how's the channel going?" And then I always respond with the exact same thing, "Pretty good." And then one time, usually that's when I
Nice.
walk to the next class. But one time I chose to stay for the extended version of this interaction. And he says, you know, after an awkward couple second pause, he realizes I'm not walking anywhere. So then he goes, "How many subs?" and then I go, "Oh, like 250K." And then I just awkwardly stand there for another 10 seconds, and then he's like, "Pretty good." And then I just walked past him, even though I had nowhere to
he's
go.
like slightly impressed, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
250K,
like, not bad.
That's cool. That's cool.
Not bad.
Not bad.
You could be at 1 million.
That's true.
Yeah, what the heck,
If
man.
only.
Dude, come on, dude.
Maybe someday I'll be cool enough to be impressed by my man.
Gold play button.
Yeah, I should bring him to
So-
school and be like, when he asks how the channel's doing, I'm gonna be like, "Oh boy, I got something to show you, buddy."
Funny you mention.
Yeah, I'm actually
Back in 9th grade, one of my classes in 9th grade actually did figure out I was a YouTuber, and this is actually kind of why I still hold my tongue when like I'm like a YouTuber in high school. So it was such a like an embarrassing way to like get revealed too. So naturally I'm on my iPad, right? Like I'm checking YouTube analytics and whatnot, and then I go to the restroom. And I come back, and there's like 5 people hurtling around my live sub count because I accidentally left it on.
That's
Oh
so
no,
funny.
I left it on. It's like,
Oh, and the worst
Sam.
part is that it has your channel name on there too.
And the worst part is that like they were all people I have never talked to in my life, and all of a sudden they're super
no.
nice to me. And like it's the type of, I don't want to be like negative
God,
Nancy over here, but like I think
Oh, yeah, that's what you're trying to avoid. You don't want them to be
the
like,
repu-
"Hey,
the-
you're a YouTuber?"
Okay, here's the thing. I actually think my school. I think a reputation of being a YouTuber is super pessimistic. Actually, like I don't think people will respect you. I absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they might like say like they'll like joke with you, but like it's kind of like satirical. Like, oh hey, what's up? It's the YouTuber.
But yeah, I don't fully agree. I feel like YouTuber is like the #1 most wanted job, like over astronaut even. So
I would think
yeah,
that,
see,
but apparently.
Again, I think everyone's experience might be a little different. I've been fortunate, and I mean, you had to have those bad apples that like I barely talk to them. They're like channel, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I feel like I'm just like a broken record now. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I just really don't mention it. Honestly, like every year when we like start a new year, like I'm not even the one mentioning to my teacher. It just kind of like slowly gets out, and I just have like accepted that fact. But
To be honest, most of wait, actually keep talking.
No,
My bad.
hold on.
I was just
I
gonna
got
say
something
I'm
big here.
fortunate to be around cool people, and I don't know, like they're just nice. They're nice
Yeah.
about it. They don't bring it up constantly, but they bring it up
Fortunate.
enough to where
No, past that point, everyone started talking about
Yeah,
me in the class.
here's something I really hate. I hate how when I get into like a conversation with one of my friends who know that I do YouTube and stuff, I feel like I don't even feel like I try to have some sort of debate or something, but it's impossible to have a reasonable debate because they're like, oh my god, it's the famous YouTuber. I have to be in his good graces. I can't disagree with him on anything. And it's so annoying.
Yes, I
Like,
agree with you.
I see what you're doing, homeboy. You're trying to get my good graces, but I don't want you to. I want a debate. I want to argue about something. It's fun.
I've never had that. I don't think anyone's been like, oh, he's a YouTuber. Like I gotta. Actually, it might have been the opposite. Sometimes people are like very joking. They're like, oh, YouTuber gotta. Actually, a lot of people joke about, and I think this is funny. They joke about canceling me and forcing me to make an apology video.
Actually, that's happened quite a few times.
I actually think that's funny.
I think
like
that's
this. I
the
like that.
#1 thing I bring to the conversation. Whenever someone says something mildly against me, I go like, guys, I'm very sorry. You know, I've really changed as a person in these last 20 seconds. I won't do my
Most of my close friends that know about my channel, they've known about it since I was like 700 subscribers. I don't think any of my friends like knew me the moment I was like famous YouTuber. But yeah, there was this one time where it was actually the same class, but without my knowledge, apparently. Like I actually learned this from one of my actual friends in the class. Apparently, someone took a screenshot of me, right? And they put it on like their story. I have no idea what that means. I don't know where they put it.
Oh boy.
It probably didn't get popular because like it's a school thing. Like probably got like 5 likes. But nonetheless, someone posted their story like, guys, I'm with a celebrity. Guys.
Yeah. See, Yeah,
And I only learned about it a day later when my friend told me about it because he was in the same table. It's like so creepy. Oh my god.
That's probably the biggest thing I'm still weary about is that because I haven't done a face reveal, like there is the small and very unfortunate chance. No one in my close circle, but there's still a chance because I do go to a big school that some, maybe not necessarily a creep, but someone who wants to do a little trolling is like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of him and post it on. I don't know. Now, fortunately, as to my knowledge, that has not happened. And I even like amongst a lot of my friends, like they know like when they make posts with me, I like they kind of know like you can't use the word Danerade. Like you can say like Dane, which is my in real life name. I don't
Whoa,
know.
doxed,
exposed, reported,
mention that
murdered.
like that. But
We got
for
you.
the
red-handed,
the listeners to this podcast, a big reveal. But yeah, so there's a couple general ground rules, and I'm still a little bit weary, but I don't know. Again, I think I've just been on the more fortunate and positive side of the spectrum, but I also am not one who like I've kind of gone through like the initial like awkward part of like, oh, they like found out I have a YouTube channel. I don't know. I know how to navigate it now. I when I say I thrive in it, I mean as in I embrace it for what it is. I don't want to like try to hide from the fact. It's like, yeah, I do YouTube. It's cool.
Yeah.
The absolute funny thing is that I don't need to face reveal. Many images of my face are already in my videos, and no one knows it. Absolutely no one knows it. No. Okay, so here's the funny thing. So a lot of the images that happen in my videos that have a person in it, it's either a stock photo or it's just really funny faces of either me or my close friends. So there's a collection of like teenage boys like images in the videos, and one of them is me. You'll never know. You absolutely never know who it is. So I technically don't need a face reveal. Absolutely.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Tara, when should I do a face?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's always been my sort of mindset. It depends on when. It depends on if the content needs it. I feel like for what we do, generally, it's the game review stuff. But the more skits and stuff you do, I feel like the more reason it would be to like have a face reveal, or at least find some sort of like really creative way to mask the face rather than just like camera positioning.
Well, here's what I was thinking is honestly, if I were to reveal it, it would be like the end of the channel. Like it wouldn't really be like a midlife. I know.
Whoa.
It's like, oh, Danerade dying? What? But like, cause yeah, I agree. Like it does not aid the content. I'm not even that crazy about it. Like I don't know. People even at school, people joke all the time to me like, "Have you done a face reveal?" Yeah, I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Why do you care? You know what I look like." But no, it's kind of an interesting thing for me because I don't really I don't care about it that much, but I feel like I want to do it at some point, but it's also not like
me. Same here. I do kind of want to do it. Yeah.
It's also not like a big deal like Dream to where I don't like hype it up. Like it's just like I just don't show my face. Like the end. Like like it's not like my views are gonna drop like Dream because everyone wanted to know what he looked like.
Okay, that's kind of a sad story. It was the only thing that kept him going, and finally it happened. And now,
but he's also,
what else is there?
He's made a lot of money.
He hasn't released like a really good even then before the face reveal. He barely uploaded at that point, and even now, he doesn't make videos.
No,
the only thing that's happened,
like he doesn't upload.
The only thing that's happened since his face reveal is he was in a Mr. Beast video.
He was in and everyone complained he was boring in it.
Well, yeah, because he didn't do anything interesting.
God dang, so harsh. Oh no.
People don't watch.
People
don't watch Dream's videos
Dream.
for his personality. They watch it because he's good at Minecraft. That's like the entire draw of his content.
Again, I feel bad.
Well, that's what I thought, but
I just don't care about.
Yeah,
I think I've watched 10 minutes of most of his videos. I don't have the attention span.
Honestly, I enjoyed his Unsolved Mysteries of Minecraft series. That was pretty good. Then he
tell you what, we made a parody long before he face revealed. Me, Ian, and a friend of ours, we made a parody on his YouTube channel of the Dream Hunt of the Manhunt. Yeah.
Parody, yeah. Right.
So that was pretty
silly.
silly.
One of my favorite videos from that sort of era, just because all other types of video kind of sucked. Just the parody stuff is silly.
The 2020 era. Actually, tell you what, I haven't made a lot. There's not a whole lot of public videos of mine on 2020. There's a few, but most of them was just kind of meme garbage and plush videos at the very start of the year. So.
What, you're telling me plush videos aren't good?
Basically.
Honestly, though,
at least mine are. Mine were kind.
No,
well, I mean, I don't even
no.
think mine were garbage. It's not. I don't.
Not representative.
I don't
want
want
to type of content.
Nope.
Yeah, when it comes to my
I suppose.
unlisted videos.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll put them in an unlisted playlist in the future.
Maybe.
That's how I'll like show you my past, my evil secret past of making bird
I
videos.
have the
My
worst
past
of
is
terror
totally
playlist.
public for you to view.
Yeah, I have the worst of terror playlist where you can see some selected bad videos from when I was a little child. But yeah,
Actually
in general,
smart.
I actually do have some private playlists. I have my unlisted catalog separated in what I call like vaults, where each year has all of the uploads in it in chronological order. So I know that, for example, in 2016 I made like 80 videos. In 2019 I made 130. You know, stuff like that.
Wait, 130?
Yeah.
How did you pump out so many?
They
Dude, same here. Wait, what? You did make 100 videos?
You're telling me?
when
You're telling me?
Honestly, no.
100
Like,
videos?
even though I made plushie videos, like, I actually like.
Tell you what, of my 80 public videos, I believe there's like 400 unlisted.
Yeah, I have like
Wow.
500 total videos, so and I only have like 100 of them public. So yeah, it's like to 3-year content iceberg. Everything public is only 1/5 of the entire.
Yeah,
catalog.
where's the? I've actually thought. I don't know when I had that thought. I was like, it'd be kind of cool if someone made like an iceberg of like me, but I also don't know what would go on it. Like,
I don't know
the
either.
I feel like
worst
my
stuff,
history
maybe.
isn't like that extensive yet.
Maybe a face
I
reveal.
feel like after
Yeah.
a couple more years, we'd really like eventually. You'd be like ingrained enough into the YouTube space where it's like, okay, we got something to go off of here.
Yeah.
Quality content.
Well, I think that's doing it for this episode of the Aquarium.
I'm so glad we went over 0 of the topics you guys.
We haven't even
actually
dude.
we went over quite a lot. On the list, by the way.
Are you
on the
are you
list,
serious?
We have old plush videos / children channels. We did that. We talked about plushies.
Okay,
PvZ,
okay.
which we did talk about a little bit.
Okay,
For 5 minutes.
We kind of missed the new YouTube CEO. That was going to be a topic. Personally, I think it's probably not going to bring anything good or bad because the CEO wasn't the one in charge of YouTube. It's obviously like a team of people. So one person changing isn't going to change anything. The Danerade plug and play title, which we went over. FNAF security breach.
you actually wrote that down?
Yeah, FNAF security breach, which was there.
Just for you.
And then mascot horror, which we talked about Hello Neighbor. So I think we did a pretty good job. We got like
okay, that's
5
actually
out of 6.
no. I want to point out they didn't tell me what the topics were before, and they're like, we're just gonna jump into this.
We're trying to keep things as fluid as possible. You know, we're trying to nicely transition into different topics. But anyways,
by making him absolutely silly.
Dan,
All right, that's
any
it.
Closing words? Any closing opinions?
I never want to come back.
No!